Elon Musk is running Doge, but is he really saving taxpayers money or making himself richer? And will he actually be stepping down from his role as head of Doge? I'm attorney Andrea, and I'm gonna break it down. You've probably heard the chatter that Elon Musk is stepping down as head of Doge. But is he really going anywhere? Although the White House has said that Musk isn't officially in charge of the Department of Government Efficiency, known as DOGE, for the past couple of months, Elon Musk has been acting like the head of DOGE. But Musk's role has raised significant concerns about potential conflicts of interest between his personal businesses and the federal agencies he oversees. These are the same agencies that award contracts to Musk's companies, regulate his industries, and even investigate his businesses. It's like letting the star player of the team also referee the game when there are billions of dollars on the line. Can we really trust the calls to be fair? And will he actually step down? But first, how did we even get here? The White House's Department of Government Efficiency, or DOGE, was created by President Trump on January 20th with the mission to slash federal spending by laying off federal employees and canceling diversity, equity, and inclusion contracts, among other expenses. According to DOGE's social media account, that is. Musk was appointed by President Trump to lead DOGE. The South African-born billionaire, one of the richest people on earth, has already made waves in his role. He's publicly defended the task force, stating that the people voted for major government reform. And that's what the people are gonna get, Musk said at the Oval Office. They're gonna get what they voted for. But Musk has been doing a lot more than just talking. Under his direction, DOGE has already taken action against several federal agencies. However, what's interesting is that these include multiple agencies that oversee or have ongoing investigations into Musk's own companies. DOGE's actions against key agencies include NASA, an agency with billion-dollar contracts with Musk's SpaceX, the FAA, which regulates SpaceX's launches and has investigated safety concerns, the SEC, which has fined Musk and investigated his actions regarding Tesla stock. Coincidence? Maybe not. Investigations into SpaceX, Tesla, and Musk himself have reportedly paused since DOGE's intervention. Musk's companies, particularly SpaceX and Tesla, have been major recipients of government contracts. In fact, Musk's companies have received over $20 billion in federal funding. Now, as head of DOGE, Musk has the power to influence federal spending and contract allocations. This naturally raises serious impartiality and fairness concerns in the awarding process. For example, the National Reconnaissance Office has a $1.8 billion contract with SpaceX. DOGE's involvement in auditing agencies like the NRO could impact the objectivity of contract management. It's like putting the casino owner in charge of regulating the poker tables. When the house stands to win, how fair can the game really be? Musk's role as the head of DOGE raises serious legal conflicts, which could violate multiple federal laws, including 18 U.S.C. Section 208, the Criminal Conflict of Interest Statute. The Criminal Conflict Statute is a federal criminal statute that prohibits executive branch employees from participating in government matters in which they have a financial interest. The law is designed to prevent conflicts of interest and ensure government officials act in the public interest rather than for personal gain. The potential penalties for violating this statute include criminal charges, fines, and disqualification from government service. There's also 41 U.S.C. Section 2104, the Procurement Integrity Act. So that act prohibits government officials from disclosing non-public procurement information to private companies. If Musk shares insider government info with SpaceX or Tesla, it could be a violation. The potential penalties include civil penalties and bans on future federal contracts. There's also the CFR Section 2635, or the Federal Ethics Regulations. These regulations require government employees to recuse themselves from matters involving personal financial interest. The Office of Government Ethics typically requires officials to divest business holdings or to create blind trusts. There are also revolving door laws and even potential lifetime bans. Musk cannot represent his companies before the government on matters he was involved in. For the 2-year ban, Musk cannot work on contracts he influenced while in office. And then there's a 1-year cooling off period where he can't lobby federal agencies immediately after leaving DOGE. Now, to avoid legal trouble, Musk could take one of the following actions. Full divestment. He could sell off all holdings in SpaceX, Tesla, and his other companies. But this is highly unlikely given Musk's hands-on management style. Another option is a blind trust. Musk could transfer his entire business portfolio into a blind trust, meaning he has no control or knowledge of its management. Musk has previously refused to do this. Then there's also the option for recusal from all relevant decisions. Musk could recuse himself from decisions related to SpaceX, Tesla, or any agency overseeing his businesses. However, given DOGE's broad role, this might not really be feasible. Another option is an ethics waiver from the White House. The president could issue a waiver allowing Musk to bypass some restrictions. However, such a move would likely face legal challenges and public backlash. How has the White House responded to these concerns? The White House has stated that Musk, serving as a quote special government employee, is responsible for managing his own conflicts of interest. It's like putting a student in charge of grading their own final exam. Sure, they could be honest, but who's really holding them accountable? But the biggest question right now is, will Elon Musk actually step down from DOGE? By law, special government employees may only formally work for the government for 130 days, or a little over 4 months. That time would run out in late May or early June. However, the White House has said that Musk will likely serve as an advisor for the department still. So Musk's future involvement, how big or how small, is not clear. As we've talked about today, Musk's dual role as a federal overseer and a beneficiary of government contracts presents clear conflicts of interest. These concerns are amplified by his power over agencies that regulate his businesses, control over contract allocations worth billions of dollars, access to sensitive government data, the reliance on self-policing mechanisms to address ethical concerns. If Musk fails to address these conflicts, he could face criminal prosecution, contract bans, and congressional investigations. But the more likely outcome is he will just take a backseat. So what do you think? Should Musk be allowed to lead DOGE while running his billion-dollar empire? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. And as always, thank you for watching. I'm Attorney Andrea.